Gravity Falls? Have you watched it? Hey, on Monday? Wait, no. Listen. We have a 3-day weekend. On Monday. Hey, I'll talk to you.
It's going to be delayed, but don't worry guys, it's going to be a rematch as animated by PokeFan.
Head over his channel and watch his video at PokeFan on his chan. We have battle hardest destroy reptile versus hard destroy dolphin. When see giant beast will you see the dolphin or crocodile like Echo the dolphin who can transform to a jellyfish, to sharks or Godzilla, and SCP-682 hard destroy reptile who can survive an arena of death.
I want to hear it louder. I wonder if they hear it louder. I want to test these sound music. No, not yet.
Secure, contain, protect. This is the motto of the SCP Foundation, a group of scientists whose jobs are to protect humanity themselves from oddly behaving objects or creatures, which they named SCPs. There are 3 kinds of SCPs: the safe class, which are perfectly safe for humans to interact with; the Euclid class, which are safe as long as you avoid them but have the potential to act in dangerous or unpredictable ways; and then the Keter class. SCPs of that class are pretty much the apocalypse. Of all Keter class SCPs, one of the most infamous and potentially cataclysmic is SCP-682, otherwise known as the hard-to-destroy reptile. Now, this wouldn't be so bad if it didn't have an undying hatred for all sorts of life whatsoever. SCP-682 hates all life with a passion, and anytime it spots anything which is alive, it will make the effort to kill it as quickly and messily as possible. Despite its hatred for all life, and seemingly human life most of all, it is fully capable of communicating with humans via spoken language. But more often than not, this just leads to him getting angry with whoever he's communicating with and just prompts him to kill them. He also apparently has no problem killing children, as shown when the horrible Dr. W introduced kids to the monster and he just touched the crystal. So what happened to Dr. W? He was thrown in there as well, and of course he was also killed. But there is one critical aspect to 682 that makes him one of the most dangerous SCPs in the known SCP universe. He can adapt to anything that destroys his body tissue, which is part of why he is considered to be almost impossible to kill. Even if one manages to find some way to destroy his body tissue, he can regenerate from any sort of wounds in seconds, even with only 13% of his body mass remaining. No matter what the Foundation does, they just can never seem to take care of 682 for good. They exposed his body to a gem which can turn all living tissue to crystal, and he adapted his body to be immune to that before it could turn him to crystal. In addition, 682 can also absorb the biomass of any other living being and add it to his own, and can even absorb different types of energy in through his skin. Then there was also one time where they destroyed lots of his body with laser beams, and he grew reflective scales all over his body to even adapt to that. There was also one time where his body was threatened to be eaten alive by a group of SCP ants, and he developed a sticky anteater tongue in order to eat said ants. But most horrible of all, 682 is said to not even be one of God's creations. So the God of the SCP universe couldn't even erase him from existence because he didn't even create him in the first place. It's been theorized that SCP-682 isn't even alive. This thing's durable enough to survive a fall all the way from an airplane way up high in the sky, but given all the other crazy things this reptile has survived, I find it mind-boggling that anyone would think that this would work. What do I mean? One time, it ate 1 pound of potassium cyanide and survived. The average human only has a 50% chance to survive ingesting 1/3 of a gram of cyanide. He also once was shrouded in SCP-017's shadows, which has been known to leave no trace of its victims. Though to this day, it is unknown whether 682 harmed it or just prompted it to back off. One time, 682 entered a room with SCP-826, which brings the realm of any book to life. It was equipped with a book titled The Generally Nice and will kill SCP-826 permanently if it so much as spots that dead lizard, a short book that was only 12 pages. After 30 minutes, 682 emerged from the room, looking more pissed off than usual, and the book they got back was now named The Generally Nice, Friendly Thing That Tried to Kill SCP-682 Permanently but Failed. Oh, and it was now over 200 pages and about the epic battle between the two. But despite all of these crazy feats, 682 is hardly invincible. Many SCPs certainly could have killed it, and the only reason they didn't wasn't necessarily thanks to 682's adaptation, but more so thanks to Diabolu's Ex Machina. And even though it adapts to everything, it's still fully capable of feeling pain. And while 682 is basically a genius, it gets pissed off really easily. He's also been tamed by a little girl for a short period of time and incapacitated time and time again. He's officially lost a battle against SCP-2599, one of the very few SCPs that legitimately threatened to kill him. Overall, SCP-682 is a near unstoppable monster with incredible strength, speed, durability, and intelligence. He can only be defeated by beings just as powerful, or countless dimensional beings.
Around in the water, until one of Echo's friends told him to see how high he could jump. When Echo did, suddenly all of the other marine life got sucked out of the ocean via some water spout tornado. Well, that certainly took a turn.
Echo was then told by an orca to seek out Big Blue, a whale, not the F-Zero track, who tells him that storms like these have been occurring every 500 years. And then he tells him to seek out Asteroid, the oldest creature on Earth, who looks like a bunch of marbles in a DNA strand. These marbles lost one of their marbles, and it's up to Echo to find a time machine to help them.